And
No,
they know
I've heard you've been speaking to
Allegri.
Pochettino.
I've heard about the
I've
Pochettino
heard
stuff.
you've been speaking to Pochettino a few times in the last few weeks.
Nah, that's a load of rubbish. Pochettino's just started his career at USA. I don't see him uplifting himself from Spurs. And also, that man is not allowed in North London, bro. If he comes to North London, if he thinks he's getting a check, nah. He ain't allowed in them ends, bro. If he gets caught on Bruce Grove, yeah, I just know where it is.
You wouldn't have him back?
No. I don't want that. Bro, you're basically saying, yeah, let me ask you this. Your ex, you was in love with her one day. You're gonna marry that girl. We all, everyone gets in a relationship one day. When you're with them, you delude yourself and you think, yeah, we're gonna get married to this girl. Once you leave them, they go sleep with another nigga. You taking her back? So in fact, that nigga was a guy that you knew. It was one guy that you used to be cool with him one day, but then he snaked you. They're no longer your boy no more. What, you're gonna take her back?
No.
All right, then. All right. So I view it the exact same way, bruv. Pochettino was a guy when I was young. Yeah, he was the guy. I was on Poch. Man used to look up to this guy. Used to see him as the best Spurs manager ever and all these things in my lifetime. Anyway, he was the guy. And then he went out, and for one, it ended badly. Cool, but we can accept that. Sometimes relationships end badly. The end is never as good as the start. But then what did they go do? They make it even worse. Man went over to Chelsea. He's a dickhead, bruv. He's not allowed in North London ever again, and I won't accept it. I ain't going to sit here and pander for it. Poch ain't allowed. The only other manager I heard we have potentially been talking to or discussing is Allegri. Now, Allegri, when I was on stream before, Lee's all here trying to defend the guy and make out he's a winner and all these things. Cool, I understand he's a winner, but just because he's a winner at other clubs doesn't mean that he's going to come to Spurs and maintain that situation. Now, I don't know what you think of Allegri. Would you take him at Arsenal or do you think he's a good appointment for Spurs?
I wanted him to replace Emery. Actually,
a lot of people did at that point.
I wanted him to replace Wenger. Like he was like top of at the time.
But look at it now, though, innit? Because now it's 10 years on, innit?
Yeah, so now it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit different because I swear didn't he go back to Juve and have like a really bad spell? I'm pretty sure he did it.
Like a 2-year spell is horrible, the last 2 years.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, like, he's definitely better than Ange Postecoglou. He's still a better manager than Arteta.
He's a better manager, yeah.
He's got credit, a lot of credit in the bank. Like but the only thing that I would question with Allegri going to Spurs is Allegri is like he's like Conte and Mourinho in the sense where you have to give him money. You can't bring in Allegri and tell Allegri, yeah, you have to work with what you've got, because Allegri, he's not gonna do that. Allegri wants to buy players, like he wants to spend money, and will Levy do that? I don't know. So, if anything, I would say probably more realistic options would be, funny enough, someone like Xavi or that Hertzler brother, or someone who doesn't need to, or someone who's cool with not spending so much money and maybe potentially looking at youth from across the globe. And because even if you did get rid of Ange, I don't think that you should deviate from the kind of direction you decided to go in of looking at young talent and, do you know what, building them up. And obviously you want to get a few like experienced heads with a bit of clout in the game here and there. But I'm a fan of youth projects. My club that has done it like throughout existence in it. So yeah, I don't know. I just think that you need someone that's not Ange Postecoglou, because like for me, he's just like, yeah, he's just too stubborn, man. And it just seems like he's only got one way of doing things. When he did try to deviate, he conceded 3 goals in one half versus Everton. Like he just doesn't have that kind of tactical adaptability that's needed in the Premier League. And you know what? I think he set himself up for failure, because when he first came in, come rain or storm, sunshine, whatever it was, we're only playing this way. So you kind of drilled it into the players' mentalities for time that I don't need to worry about nothing else. I'm only going to play this way. This is the only way I'm going to play. So then when you go and ask them to play a different way, they don't know what to fucking do. I mean, they don't know what to do because you've been telling them, come. Even Chelsea had 9 men said, "No, we don't deviate. We do the way we want to play." You know what I mean? So he kind of set himself up for failure. Like if he was a bit of a nicer brother, you know, and wasn't so arrogant and a prick to people that interview him, then I'd feel a bit sorry for him. But because I think he's a bit of an arsehole, I hope he just burns and crumbles and all them things there. And he was the guy that was like, where I came from, we always respected the ref decisions, and then all of a sudden, now he wants to start talking here and there about, the ref this, ref that. But he was the guy that's, you must always respect the referee's decisions. Yeah, because he's a prick. Yeah, you know what I mean? Guys like him, Chiefs. I promise you, bro. Like you will do so much better without this guy at your club, man. He's such a shit manager, bro. He's so crap. I keep on saying it, yeah. His way of playing worked in Japan and in Celtic for 2 reasons. He was managing the best team in the league, and the league's crap. Literally that. Like it's like, if you go and drop Arsenal in the Azerbaijan league, then yeah, whoever's the manager is going to dominate, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but hey, if you want to be, Anjin until you die, everybody is entitled to support their club however they so wish. I do not police that. But one thing that I think you need to think about that I think is very worrying. Yeah, it'd be good to know your opinion on this, yeah. Isn't this like the 3rd or 4th time, it may even be a bit more, that you've actually been winning and then lost?
3rd or 4th? It's about the 15th time, I think, in like the last year or something.
No, but I mean this season. I was thinking about this season specifically.
I don't know the stat for the season, but I know like across 2024, the biggest thing is at home. That's where it is. It's at home. We go 1-0 up. And I think generally, I can only recall maybe, I think across 2024, and let's just say these next couple of games, it's probably been about 14, 15 times. So across the last 12 months, 11, 13 months, it's happened in double digits. So it's a problem. It's a problem. And this is the thing, what like people don't understand. I've not said Ange in. I've not said Ange in like I'm defending the manager. I said I'm not defending Ange. I'm not defending his decisions. I just don't think that the club has a good direction to go in where if we do sack him, it's going to be a clear strategy on how we go forward. You just said it there, and that was my point exactly why I didn't want Allegri, just taking it back. Was because Allegri is not a manager that's going to be here to build. He's not a manager that's going to, try and play with the youth and try and build a project. And when I said this on the other show, people were trying to call me out and say, why do you want a project manager? You should want a manager that wins now. No, because like you said, we're already going in a current direction. We need to stay in the same direction, but just bring in another manager that can, elevate the team and know how to tactically adapt and know how to coach players just a bit better. I've never said that Ange is flawless and that Ange is the only manager that can lead Tottenham to glory. I said I think Ange can lead Tottenham to glory if we bring in the right players. But like you pointed out, with the other teams that he was playing with, he tends to have some of the best players in the league. He tends to have, when he was at Yokohama Tires, whatever their name is, and then Celtic, they were 2 of the best teams in the league. So he was competing at the highest levels, like at Man City. Like if you gave him Man City's team, maybe he would be performing to a good level. But ultimately, we don't have Man City's team and we don't have good enough players. And the drop-off from the first team to the second team squad is so drastic. We're seeing even worse Tottenham right now. So, yeah, Ange is definitely accountable for that. Ange is at fault for that.